Rip Hogan, a true legend gone too soon. Some names live on forever, not because of the trophies they won or the titles they held, but because of the lives they touched, the hearts they inspired, the memories they gave us, freely, and without ever asking for anything in return. Hogan was one of those names. Whether you knew him from the ring, the screen, or the sheer power of his presence, Hogan stood for something more than celebrity. He stood for loyalty, bravery, and heart. And now, in his passing, we reflect not just on a life lived in the spotlight, but on the man, the myth, and the movement he sparked. The power of presence. Hogan didn't just walk into a room. He entered, with energy, charisma, and purpose. You felt him before you saw him. The atmosphere would shift. Smiles would grow. People would lean in, even if they didn't know why. He had that rare quality, that magnetic presence that could turn silence into cheers, tension into laughter, and fear into fire. For those who remember the first time they saw him, maybe in the golden glow of 1980s wrestling, or as a towering force in a film, it wasn't just a man they were watching. It was a force of nature, a living embodiment of passion, of commitment, of something larger than life. The ring was his stage, but his impact was everywhere. To many fans, Hogan was professional wrestling. He helped transform it from a niche sport into a global phenomenon. In arenas packed with screaming fans, he stood tall, muscles glistening, head held high, energy radiating outward like lightning. But it wasn't just about the physicality. It was the stories. He made us believe in every battle, good versus evil, right versus wrong. The struggle wasn't just between opponents in a ring. It was between hope and despair, justice and injustice, strength and fear. And somehow, no matter how impossible the odds looked, Hogan always came back. Bloodied, beaten, exhausted, but never broken. And when he raised that arm, when the crowd chanted, when the music played, we believed again. Because if he could rise again, maybe we could too. That was the magic, that was the lesson. Thunderlips, Hollywood, and humor. In Rocky III, we saw Hogan play Thunderlips, the ultimate male. It was a role meant to be exaggerated, absurd, even satirical. But somehow, Hogan made it human. He made it entertaining, but also authentic. In that short scene, he proved that he was more than a wrestler. He was a performer, a personality, a bridge between sports, cinema, and culture. He would go on to appear in films and TV shows, some serious, some silly, but always unforgettable. Even when the scripts weren't great, he was. He brought people joy, not just with brute strength, but with timing, charm, and fearless self-parody. He didn't mind laughing at himself, and that too was a strength. He gave us something rare, permission to enjoy, to escape, and to remember not to take life too seriously all the time. The man behind the legend. It's easy to get lost in the character, the voice, the outfits, the energy. But behind the persona was a real human being, a man who faced struggles, a man who made mistakes, a man who had to carry the weight of expectation, fame, and scrutiny, sometimes all at once. And still he showed up, still he gave back, still he reached out, to fans, to kids, to those who needed a little hope. There are countless untold stories of Hogan visiting hospitals, writing back to fans, mentoring younger talent, and speaking to people not as a star, but as a human being who understood what it meant to feel small, scared, or invisible. He didn't just inspire strength, he inspired compassion. When legends leave us, and now the world feels quieter. It's strange how one person's passing can echo so loudly across hearts, homes, and memories. But that's the thing about legends. They weave themselves into the fabric of our lives. They become part of the soundtracks to our childhood, the posters on our walls, the stories we tell our friends. Their presence was never just physical, it was emotional, spiritual. And when they go, they leave behind not just silence, but space. A space that only memory can fill. And right now, across the world, millions of people are feeling that space, remembering, mourning, celebrating. Because Hogan wasn't just a man. He was an era, a global icon. From small-town arenas to packed stadiums in Tokyo, London, Rio, and New York, Hogan was known everywhere. His face, his voice, his energy, instantly recognizable. He transcended borders, languages, and generations. Grandparents knew him. Children loved him. Teens imitated him. Parents appreciated him. He brought people together, not through politics or speeches, but through pure, electrifying connection. In a divided world, he was a unifier. Proof that entertainment, joy, and spirit can bring strangers together. Whether it was chanting his name, quoting his lines, or mimicking his moves, we all found something in him that reminded us of ourselves, or maybe who we wanted to be. More than titles, he built a legacy. Sure, he had the championships, the fame, the fortune, but those things don't last. What does? The ripple effect. The impact he had on the industry, on entertainers, on fans, on culture. The way he lifted others up, paved the way, inspired new generations to dream bigger, be bolder, stand taller. The way he made people believe in heroes again. That's the real legacy. That's what no trophy can ever measure. The memories live on. Do you remember your favorite Hogan moment? Was it his comeback at WrestleMania? Was it that unforgettable promo full of fire and faith? Was it the entrance music that made your heart pound with excitement? Or maybe it was something simple, a smile, a joke, a quiet moment in a chaotic world. Whatever it was, you remember it. You felt it, and now it's part of you. That's what memories do. They heal, they hold, they carry us forward when words fall short. So don't be afraid to remember. Remember loudly, remember proudly, because that's how we keep Hogan alive, not just in stories, but in spirit. What would Hogan say? If he were here, maybe he'd say something like, "Don't cry for me, brother. Celebrate me. Live strong, be kind, stay loud, and never ever stop believing in yourself." That was always the message, wasn't it? Believe in something. Believe in you. Even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because heroes aren't born. They're made through fire, failure, and fearless love. Rest easy, legend. So today, as we say goodbye to one of the greats, we also say, thank you. Thank you for the years, the moments, the lessons, the strength, the light. Thank you for reminding us that being a legend isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. You've earned your rest, Hogan. Your fight is over. But your legacy? That fight continues in all of us. We will carry the torch. We will tell the stories. We will keep the music playing, the lights on, and the energy alive. Because legends don't die. They evolve. They live on. In every memory, every chant, every whisper of Hogan that brings back a flood of emotion. So rest easy, brother. We'll never forget you. You may be gone, but you will always be here. In spirit, in legacy, in love. Heroes come and go, but legends are forever. Kobe Bryant. And Hogan, you were, and always will be, a legend.